There are things that God did not design us to experience, but already they've become norms. There are children who've caught their dads or mom cheating. It wasn't a design from God. And whether you know it or not, there are certain things that once you see, they show you what is possible. That one day you were checking your dad's phone or something and you saw pornography. A possibility is established in your heart that sex doesn't satisfy marriage. Or it's even become a usual thing to see your dad and your mom screaming at each other. But families coming to settle matters. Or children even trying to settle. And sometimes the children are torn between two figs, not knowing where to be divided. And this one is trying to manipulate you to his side, the other one is trying to manipulate to his side. God didn't design us to experience that. They form layers of trauma. Or maybe it's even a known fact that your dad is cheating or your mom is cheating. It's a known fact. And sometimes it doesn't look like those things have immediate effect, but they hang around till pressures of life tries to bring them out. That maybe no man actually can survive marriage without cheating. And maybe the hostility of a healthy family is only a myth. Those things hang around. A guy sees the father beat the mom and hates the dad for it, but he ends up beating the wife. I may go to tell you that like father, like son syndrome is not necessary. You are not doomed to repeat the mistakes of your fathers. You are not doomed to repeat the mistakes of your mothers. And sometimes the exposure to the fact that maybe there was a case of divorce and your dad went separate ways, mommy too separate ways, then the children are caught in between. God speaking to the shepherds of Israel in Ezekiel chapter number 34, he said, my sheep has become meat for every prey because the shepherds are scattered. That once you fail to man your position and to understand that marriage is not just about butterflies in your belly, to understand that it's a covenant obligation that once you start, you finish, you will hurt the next generation. And there are many of you here probably exposed to the fact you might look good in the city, but you know home is a no-go area. You know anyone who dare to believe in you, if they know the quality of your home, they might change their minds. Some of you are afraid. The best time of your life is when you're outside that home. You've received phone calls you ought not to receive in a lifetime. You've become a sudden mediator about matters you were too young to handle. And what you're not paying attention to is the fact that these things are forming layers. They are bleeding your heart open. And some silent decisions have been made. And sometimes we hear them out because those wrong decisions have become a form of wisdom. That a man should not, if you're going to have authority in your home, your wife should never have an idea of how much you earn. You are saying that because a man was exposed to a wrong woman, and that man gave you a perverted form of wisdom. Women should learn to keep some things for themselves, and then because men can be this. That's a statement from our heart. Either you, your friends, or those who have grown out of you experienced something, and they brought forth a wisdom from that is corrupted. And now that wisdom is governing your life. And many times we journey without checking these things and exposing ourselves to true healing, and just get married. And see yourself manifesting things you didn't know you had. That your spouse can be talking to you and you are seeing your father right through his eyes. And he wonders, why are you killing a hand to sledgehammer? And you are not responding to what he's saying. Or you are responding to the voice of the pain, the naggings while you were growing up. And sometimes we underestimate the impact of these things. In 3 John verse 2 said, beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in health, even as your soul prospers. That's the faculty there. If that's not addressed, it will affect your health. It will affect the health of your marriage. It will affect everything.